I had money, I could buy anything I want, but I couldn't buy health for my daughter. She was diagnosed with dilated cardiomyopathy, and as a result of that, she had to have a heart transplant. I just wanted her to be healthy.
I'm Jerry Stackhouse. I spent my off-season traveling around the country meeting with athletes, visiting their local communities and talking about issues that are important to them and affect all of us. I'm here in Chicago, Illinois to meet Charles Tillman. Charles played 12 seasons in the NFL for the Chicago Bears. We're here to discuss an organization he launched in 2005 to help critically and chronically ill children, the Charles Tillman Cornerstone Foundation.
Having your daughter almost die twice with some of the best technology in the world, some of the best surgeons, I focus more on helping sick kids and families. I was at practice one day and got a phone call. They said, hey man, they're taking your daughter to the hospital, you need to get out of here. We finally get to the hospital and doctors are running, a battery of tests. And then finally they diagnose her with dilated cardiomyopathy and they say, we're gonna have to list her on the transplant list. So you're like, transplant list? Like a heart transplant? I've lived in the hospital for 4 months, sleeping on those chair beds. I remember all the different noises, the beeps, the machines, the ambulance echoing in the background all the time. When a kid gets really sick, there's like an alarm that'll just go off. And then you see everyone just storm into room 12. And you know it's something bad.
Jaheim was diagnosed at birth with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which typically means one of the chambers in his heart was unable to get enough blood to the brain. So at this point, we're just waiting on a donor heart. It's very challenging to wait and to have your son cry and tell you, why is everyone getting their heart? When is mine gonna come? And you don't have an answer to give him. The only thing you can tell him is that we're just waiting on the perfect heart,
Why do you think it's so vital for an organization like this to exist?
About 1/3 of the children in Chicago technically fall under the poverty line, and that creates a whole slew of challenges for families who have a child with chronic medical needs. Charles and Jackie Tillman and the Cornerstone Foundation fill a gap in resources for these families.
We don't just focus on the sick child, the patient. We try to focus on the family. Mortgage, rent, bills, stuff like that. So we have a program called the Tiana Fund, and we give out these micro grants to families.
It allows them to be present at the hospital while their child is undergoing medical treatment and to not have to worry about taking time off work and being paid for that time.
It's valuable to me and to him as well to know there's help out there from someone that's been through it, even in the same hospital that you've been in, and know that his daughter is alive and well and doing good. That's why I think it's a great experience for him to meet Charles Tillman.
So what we playing? Oh, we on Xbox, huh? Let me see. Jaheim, this game right here, man.
Where would you be without Cornerstone Foundation's assistance?
The Cornerstone, they took care of our rent at home because we were in the hospital about 4 or 5 months then. We pretty much just go day by day. We would be in a bad situation as far as healthcare goes because we can't do it as far financially.
I've seen some families, their child gets sick, mom and dad both work, mom has to quit hers, now you're on one income. It just kind of brings everything down.
I ain't done this in so long. Don't think because you a kid now that I'm gonna take it easy on you.
You do a great job of that, man. That's, seeing you spend time with them, it seems like you really have a passion.
Being in a hospital, it can be a tough time. So you really try to just let them enjoy that moment of laughter. I think that's probably one of the best medicines there is out there. It's just laughing, just having a good time.
These little masks let you know if your breath stink. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Anybody got some gum?
I don't do this just to do it. Like, I've lived it, I've done it. And you see things differently than everybody else. You think differently because of the state that you're in. And you see life for what it really is. They're worrying about their child being healthy. They're worrying about if they're gonna die. They're worrying about how they're going to go on and learn this new normal. That was me 9 years ago. And you don't forget that.
During a family emergency, Charles Tillman noticed a problem and came up with a solution. It's heartwarming to see how his Cornerstone Foundation has helped so many children during the most vulnerable stage of their lives. There's hope in Chicago.